Get ready for the action, because Mercedes is already showing signs of internal turmoil. Toto Wolff is managing a ticking time bomb as the dominant pace of the 2026 Formula One season resurrects the ghosts of Brackley's past, setting the stage for a potential intra-team civil war. We dive into how this internal pressure is boiling over amidst the intense competition for the championship.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, a massive shakeup in the F1 world as Ferrari sparks major controversy with a staggering team order. We break down the shocking events from the 2002 Austrian Grand Prix, where a divisive instruction led to a public relations disaster and a massive fine from the FIA. You won't believe the drama that unfolded on the grid. The power dynamics are shifting dramatically because Christian Horner is officially a free F1 agent. After being fired by Red Bull Racing, Horner has a massive payout and is reportedly eyeing a move to the Alpine F1 team, creating a massive rivalry with Toto Wolff and shaking up the entire paddock. This is a game changer for the sport. Finally, we look at the stern instructions coming from Mercedes to its title-fighting drivers. Kimi Antonelli has revealed the exact marching orders for him and George Russell, detailing how the team is balancing their desire to win with the need to keep things clean. Don't miss the full story. Subscribe now to stay ahead of the F1 action. Mercedes is facing a significant internal challenge as their dominant pace in the 2026 Formula One season raises the specter of an intra-team civil war. Following 4 consecutive victories for the team, led by Kimi Antonelli and George Russell, team principal Toto Wolff is reportedly managing a volatile situation that threatens the team's stability. Antonelli, who currently leads the Drivers' Championship by 20 points after securing 3 consecutive wins, has provided insight into the team's directives. He stated that the team was explicit from the first race in Australia. You can race each other, but obviously with respect, not trying to do any stupid things between each other. The team has given us the green light, but just be clean. This mandate underscores the deep-seated fear within the Mercedes organization. Wolff, drawing parallels to the infamous Silver War between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, emphasizes that the brand must supersede individual driver ego. He stated bluntly to the press, "The opportunity to race for Mercedes also comes with a responsibility. And the moment a driver feels like this is all about him, that's not the mindset that we would ever allow. I would rather have only one car driving." The underlying tension is fueled by the intense competition between Russell, focused on the 2026 title, and Antonelli, who is demonstrating raw speed. Furthermore, paddock whispers regarding George Russell's contract situation amidst Kimi Antonelli's ascent add another layer of potential instability. Experts suggest that Wolff will likely implement stringent rules of engagement to maintain order, as history indicates that when championship stakes are high, internal discipline is often the first casualty. The 2002 Austrian Grand Prix remains a landmark moment in Formula One history, infamous for a controversial team order that sparked significant repercussions. What was intended to be a straightforward Ferrari 1-2 ended up as a public relations disaster, leading the FIA to impose a decade-long ban on team orders that interfere with race results. The incident unfolded during the race when Rubens Barrichello, who had qualified on pole position, maintained a comfortable lead over his brother Ralf Schumacher. Despite building a substantial cushion of over 4 seconds following pit stops, Ferrari issued a divisive instruction: let Michael Schumacher through. The decision was baffling given that Schumacher had already secured 4 of the opening 5 races and held a commanding 21-point lead over Juan Pablo Montoya. However, Ferrari maintained a pre-race agreement stipulating that the leader before the final stop would yield victory to Schumacher. Barrichello reluctantly complied. The execution was clumsy. On the final lap, Barrichello visibly slowed approaching the last corner, allowing Schumacher to sweep past and claim victory by a mere 0.182 seconds. The reaction from the crowd was immediate and vocal, with a chorus of boos. Adding to the awkwardness, during the podium ceremony, Schumacher refused to take the top step, insisting Barrichello stand there instead where he presented him with the winner's trophy. The FIA responded by fining Ferrari, Schumacher, and Barrichello a combined €1 million. However, the fine was not for the team order itself, but for breaching podium protocol. Following the widespread condemnation, the FIA formally banned team orders that could interfere with race results on October 28, 2002, a regulation that remained in effect until 2011. This ban proved unnecessary, as Schumacher continued to dominate the 2002 season, finishing with double Barrichello's points to secure his fifth Formula One title. Beyond this historical recall, recent discussions in the F1 sphere are focusing on the rapidly closing performance gap between Formula One and Formula E, a special episode featuring Ian Parks, Nick Golding, and Formula E CEO Jeff Dodds is exploring the future trajectory of the two racing series, with Dodds offering insights into where Formula E is headed. Christian Horner is officially a free Formula One agent, marking the end of his tenure at Red Bull Racing. Following his dismissal in July 2025, Horner was placed on mandatory gardening leave. However, with the spring season underway, his gardening leave has expired, making him available to join another F1 team. The move comes after Red Bull reportedly offered Horner a substantial £52 million payout to break a contract set to run until 2030. The paddock is buzzing with speculation linking Horner to the Alpine F1 team. Reports suggest that investors, led by Atro Capital, hold a 24% stake in the struggling French squad and are looking to sell. The prevailing rumor is that Horner is in active discussions to acquire this stake and simultaneously become the new team principal. This move would represent a significant power play for Horner, allowing him to transition from an owner-operator role to team leadership. Adding further complexity to the situation, Flavio Briatore, the de facto boss of Alpine, has confirmed that Mercedes chief Toto Wolff is also interested in acquiring the same 24% stake. This potential alignment introduces a significant rivalry, as Horner would be competing with his longtime adversary. Horner's newfound freedom coincides with a challenging period for Red Bull Racing. The team is navigating a disastrous 2026 season under new team boss Laurent Mekies, with the RB22 reportedly underperforming significantly, as evidenced by Max Verstappen's criticism of the car's balance and power at the Chinese Grand Prix. This situation raises serious questions about Red Bull's stability, especially considering the simultaneous exit clause involving Verstappen. Having built an empire, Horner is now a heavily capitalized free agent actively seeking a new venture, signaling a major shift in the F1 landscape. Kimi Antonelli has disclosed Mercedes-specific instructions to its title-contending Formula One drivers as they compete for the championship this season. The Brackley-based team has established itself as the fastest force at the start of the season, securing all 4 Grands Prix held thus far. Antonelli currently holds a 20-point lead over teammate George Russell in the drivers' standings. Mercedes is allowing the duo freedom to race against each other while strictly prioritizing the team's overall interests. Speaking to media, Antonelli confirmed the team's directive, stating, "They said, you can race each other, but obviously with respect, not trying to do any stupid things between each other." Reflecting on past high-intensity rivalries, such as the period between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, Mercedes is focused on avoiding similar tensions this year. Antonelli elaborated on the team's philosophy. "At the end of the day, we race each other. We want to win. We want to be the best. But at the same time, we want the best for the team as well." He further explained, "The team has given us the green light because they want to give both of us the same amount of opportunities. So they said, just race, but you can race each other, but just be clean." This approach is designed to ensure both drivers receive equitable opportunities while maintaining competitive spirit and team focus. The report also notes that other content available on channel YouTube features a discussion between Ian Parks and Nick Golding, joined by Formula E CEO Jeff Dodds, who analyzed the growing performance gap between Formula E and F1.